Alright, welcome back to the JRL on Twitch. I'm your host, RZXJJ Reds. And tonight we have a special treat for those who have been anticipating this league and for this series in particular. Tonight is the inaugural running of the JRL IndyCar series on Forza Motorsport 7. So we are very eager and interested to find out who's going to be our champion and who's going to win tonight's race. So yeah, buckle up. It's going to be a wild season. So obviously the drivers that have been a part of our Forza division have not known what it's like to race open wheel cars in this game, in this league. And of course we have some new drivers, or I believe we have only one new driver tonight. And of course we'll go over all the drivers that entered in the series. Alright, so we'll quickly look through the drivers whenever they start writing up. We're waiting on a few, so we'll quickly go through the drivers for tonight. We have one new driver of the Forza. In fact, he's actually raced with us in our F1 division, that being this gentleman right here. It's Odin 12, driver for Aston Martin in Season 2. Did pretty solid, little ups and downs through his F1 campaign with us last season, but he's trying something a little bit different. Obviously, same type of racing, open wheel racing, but the physics are obviously going to be a little bit different, so we'll keep an eye out for Odin and see how he can progress through the field tonight. Sorry about that. We had a little issue with someone whose speed was off from everyone else, but it looks like we're okay. Looks like Sniper's car isn't loading unless he had to change. Okay, now he's changing it. So qualifying about to begin here once everyone readies up. Of course, as usual, it's 5 laps for qualifying. Fastest time sits on the pole for round 1 at Watkins, Glen. Is everyone ready to go? Looks like we are, so I'm going to go ahead and spectate qualifying, and let's get it going. Hopefully they are ghosted because Forza is different. And it doesn't like to work properly. So hopefully, yep, okay. They're all invisible. Alright, so here we go. First initial hot lap for all the drivers. Right on board with Ultra for qualifying here. So we'll go through a little driver portfolio here for the early parts of qualifying here. So we got RZX Halo here, running the pretty cool looking, I believe that's a motor trim car. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know. But Halo coming into the series, very hungry for a championship. He was so good the final 2 seasons of NASCAR, but just could not get it done due to incidents before the championship race at Homestead. But obviously this season is going to be different. 6 races on the calendar, including this one. And Halo's been very adamant that he doesn't want to get screwed over in this series. So keep an eye out for Halo throughout this entire series, making some moves. We'll go to another driver. Where is he at? We'll go to RZX Nix here. Nix being another driver. Oh wait, this isn't Nix. Go to Nix. There it is. So RZX Nix here, very interested in the open wheel type of racing. In fact, he's been done open wheel racing throughout his entire league racing career. So he's going to be another driver to watch out for. Another driver watch out for this season is this gentleman right here, SSR Mayhem, the Season 3 NASCAR Series champion. And I will pull up the Twitch chat in just a moment. I know people are already talking in that. But SSR Mayhem here, champion in Season 3 of NASCAR just a few weeks ago, in fact 2 weeks ago, was crowned champion after Ultra disconnected, unfortunately. Mayhem comes from open wheel league racing and has been putting in some pretty good laps in practice, so one to watch out for this race. So we'll quickly go up to RZX Nix here, who is the first to cross the line here in qualifying. So all the drivers now getting ready to take their initial first laps of qualifying. We'll see where they all end up once they all cross the line here. How many races are there going to be in the season? There's going to be 6. So after Watkins Glen tonight, there will be 5 remaining. It looks like everyone has crossed the line. And so far, it is RJX Halo, top of the charts at 130.386. SSR Mayhem at 131.0. And RJX Nix at a 31.4. That is your top 3. Ant and Crazy Ghost will round out the top 5. Just look at where everyone else is. Ultra, oh no. Ultra didn't have a good lap. Go back to Halo here. Why so little races? Well, normally IndyCar IRL doesn't have that big of a schedule, kind of like NASCAR, but obviously with the new Forza Motorsport coming out in spring of next year, the reason we're doing this is because we're quickly trying to get to the series and basically the series that we're trying to go ahead and quickly do. And normally when races keep going on and keep going on, normally we start to see drivers drop out of the series because normally they're tired of the series. So Ultra disconnects from qualifying, so he will be starting at the rear of the field tonight. About 3 laps to go here in qualifying. It looks like Lalo is up to P2 and Nix is up to P1 at 30.2, 30.3 for Lalo. Halo falls back to 3rd, Mayhem's 4th, and Sniper is 5th. Right on board Lalo here, running the Subaru livery. Normally in NASCAR, no one wants a 6-race calendar. Normally we feel like 10 or 11 races in NASCAR is fair. We currently don't have a word on our next series after the IndyCar is over. But if you follow our Instagram and Twitter, you should know exactly when we do release a new sign-up form for a new series. Is everyone going to keep their numbers when we switch over to the new Forza Motorsport game, or their numbers? So, no, you don't have to keep your number. You can pick any number you want for a series, really. So everyone crossing the line now. Nick still sits on the top of the board with a 30.2. So it's Nick's, Halo, Lalo, Mayhem, and Cam rounding out your top 5. Sniper, Ant, Ghost, Grimmer, Odin will round out the rest of the field. Ultra disconnects from qualifying, so he will be starting last tonight. We'll ride on board R6 Cam here now. Get a little camera time going. So here we go, final lap of qualifying. Cam narrowly avoiding the outside wall. Sounds like Cam's using clutch. I can hear it because he's redlining a lot. Now remember, it is clean laps over dirty laps, so if you go off the track limits here at Watkins Glen, your lap will not count. And it looks like Lalo has passed the top 2, and he sits on provisional pole as of now. So Lalo P1 with a 30 flat, 0.085. Halo improves by 1,000th over RZX Nix, his RZX teammate. So Nix is in third, Mayhem still sits in fourth, and Cam still sits in fifth. We'll watch Odin here now. So it looks like Odin has yet to take his final lap here. So the F1 driver trying to show these IndyCar boys how it's done for open wheel racing. He has a lot of experience in the F1 22 series, but different physics and different rules and regulations might hurt him. So qualifying now finish. Odin will be the last across the line. So Wallow doesn't improve, that's why he's spinning out. So we'll see where everyone finishes at the end of this one. Mayhem going awfully slow there. Pretty sure he's just cruising, or unless he hasn't taken this final lap, but I don't for sure know. We're just watching the drivers, and they are all done for qualifying. So provisionally, it is Lalo on the front row with Halo. Odin has yet to finish up qualifying, so we'll see where he does here. We'll actually ride on board. So rounds the final corner, see where he ends up. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's just exit this because qualifying is over. So I'm a step away from the mic, and I will quickly go ahead and set up the lobby. Alright, so we're having a quick delay because whatever Forza is doing right now with the whole stock system is not working very properly. Vision, thank you for the follow, and also to answer your question. Unfortunately, you cannot race only because we're running a little bit late due to Forza's wacky stock system. So I can send you an invite to our Discord server if you would like to join that, and then you can get signed up and partake in the next race. And for those watching, we do apologize. We are taking quite longer than we expected. We don't know exactly why Forza is doing this. Alrighty. So it looks like we should be good now. Now we have to do the grid. Alright. So looks like on the pole for tonight it is Lalo starting on the front row. Sharing the front row with him is going to be... Is it Nix or is it Halo? I'm looking at the screenshot here. Nix left the race, so... Or no. Oh no, he didn't leave the race. I didn't see his. So Halo is going to be sharing the front row with Lalo. Nix will be starting in P3 tonight. Starting fourth is going to be Sniper Hyper 2006. And rounding out the top 5 is going to be SSR Mayhem. Starting in 6th is Cam, and he is in the correct spot. Ant has chosen to go in the rear of the start. Ultra did not put in a lap for qualifying, so we'll be starting at the rear of the field. Urzex Grimmer put in a dirty lap, so he will be starting last, or towards the end of the field. Odin also dirty the lap, so he will start behind Grimmer. Crazy Ghost will round out the drivers who did put in a clean lap. So there's a look at your starting lineup for tonight. So it's going to be Lalo, Halo, Nix, Sniper, Mayhem, Cam, Crazy Ghost, Grimmer, Odin, Ant, Ultra, and I am spectating the race. So it looks like we should be ready to go. We gotta load into the race, of course. Just making sure no one has a different sort of telemetry. Alright, so it looks like we are ready to go. So remember, it is a out lap for the 11 drivers making up the inaugural race of tonight. So it looks like we got a lot of SSR Mayhem fans in the chat. Of course, he was our Season 3 NASCAR Series champion. So, has a little bit of a chip on his shoulder going into tonight here at Watkins Glen. But here we go, the initial first out lap. So if there is a caution and we're coming back to the green, it is only going to be single file restarts. So this is the only double file start you're going to see for tonight. Everyone else is going to be single file if there is a caution, which I assume there are. Thank you all for the followers, excuse me. Thank you for tuning into the stream tonight. Should be a very interesting one. So let's go ahead and have your early race picks for tonight here at Watkins Glen. Obviously, Lalo and Halo have been practicing all week. That's why they share the front row. Of course, they have a little rivalry going on. They know each other for a long time. Not a hatred rivalry, but more of a friendly rivalry. Obviously, Lalo here is supporting the Subaru livery here, so he's kind of on Team Subaru here. And when we look at Halo here, he's got some Mitsubishi logos. So he's on Team Mitsubishi. So two Japanese power units separating or sharing the front row. As they round the uphill carousel, get ready to enter this final sector. You got my follow. I love championships. Well, thank you for the follow and thank you for tuning in. What should be a good race tonight here at Watkins Glen. Remember, this is round 1 of 6 of the IndyCar series. So two drivers looking for a championship have yet to claim a championship in JRL, and they probably won it the most out of everyone else here entering in tonight. So here you go. Few cars catching up. Looks like we're all good. 33 scheduled laps here tonight at Watkins Glen. What should be another chapter written in the JRL history books. Last season, it was SSR Mayhem crowned the Season 3 NASCAR Series champion. But tonight is the start of the IndyCar Series championship here at Watkins Glen. We are green. Lalo and Halo lead us into turn 1. Halo has preferred line, but he's not able to get it done. Lalo shuts the door and he spins around. And it looks like we are all good. Yeah, no, we are good. I think that was just only one. So Halo has a lot of ground to make up, but looking up further in the field, looks like someone is stopped in the bus stop. That's Sniper Hyper. We'll look up to the battle for the lead. Lalo maintains the race lead, our pole sitter. Guy SSR Mayhem to his rear wing right now. Nix is up to 3rd. Actually started 3rd, so he's maintained 3rd so far. And there they go in the distance. And someone has hit the wall hard. Crazy Ghost. Is this going to be a caution at the line, or is it not? We'll see what the JRL staff have to do about that situation. So here we go. Lalo's going to lead lap number 1. A lot of wheel spin coming off that final corner. And caution is out. Once again, we are not able to get a green flag lap in. Just like the NASCAR series, there are a lot of cars not up with everyone else. Alright, so it looks like we're going to go green this time by. And they hit the line. Remember, it is single file restarts. Driver is not allowed to pass the driver ahead until they hit the start finish line. Is everyone up? Looks like someone, Odin, has yet to catch up. Alright, so drivers warming up their tires, getting ready for the restart. So Lala has the lead as Sir Mayhem second. Third is RZX Nix. Fourth, RZX Cam, and fifth is Grimmer. The reason I don't say RZX Grimmer is because he is not a part of RZX anymore. He has yet to change his gamer tag. Anyway, we are green this time at the line. Single file restarts, so this is going to be pretty interesting. And they hit the line here. Someone is going into the pits, but anyway, we are green. I think Odin had to take a pass-through penalty. I think that's why he had to go into pits. He pitted way too early. That's why I was confused there. But it looks like SSR Mayhem side by side as they go to the S's. Here on our pole sitter, trying to take the lead early, and yes, he does. He takes it away. Cam and Nick's fighting side by side. It's 3 wide coming out of the S's here. Lalo's falling back a lot. He's back to 7th here as they go through the bus stop now. And Grimmer is around. Grimmer's around. Odin's coming out of the pits now as we speak. We'll go up to RZX Nix here. See how he's going to work on his RZX teammates. Ahead of him, Cam and Ultra. We're actually right on board with them. Ultra's in the grass, so Nix is up to 3rd. Cam challenging for the lead on SSR Mayhem early in this race. Remember, we still have a lot of laps to go. Ultra sits in 4th. 5th is Lalo, and a big lockup by Cam just up ahead. Cam putting all sorts of pressure on our Season 3 NASCAR champion here. Cam a little wide. This is going to allow Nix to potentially get a run here as they go to the final 2 corners. And Mayhem's in the grass, and Cam makes a way to the inside. Mayhem, slight contact with the wall side by side down the front stretch. Mayhem trying to see if he can pin him to that wall, and it looks like we have a caution. So, it has been determined by JRL staff that it is going to be 3 car cautions now instead of 2 cars. Cam take the lead away from Mayhem when they cross the line here. Looks like he did, so Cam is going to lead us back to green here for the first time ever in JRL. So Cam's going to get some camera time here when we begin. So it looks like we might be going back to green here unless we see some drivers start to pit here. Looks like we're going back to green, so RJ's Cam will lead us back to the green flag. And Mayhem gets a good restart. Nick's already challenging for second and for the race lead. 3 wide as they enter turn 1. Nick's getting second place, but a little bit of a door slam there between him and SSR Mayhem. Ultra up to third now after a mistake by Mayhem. Nick's challenging, trying to see if he can go around the outside. Now we'll think about an opportunity to the inside. Cam locks up into the bus stop. Lap 6 of this race, we already see a lot of racing action. Mayhem's moved up to second now. Mayhem's up to P2. Cam maintains the race lead. Ultra 4th, Halo 5th, and Lalo challenging for 5th now. Cam trying to block the inside from SSR Mayhem, so looks like he's going to get it done, but Cam goes a little wide on exit. That's going to affect his speed. Cam trying to break the slipstream a little bit. Now Mayhem makes a charge to the inside. Cam locks up. He goes wide. Mayhem should get the lead here, but he's got problems with RJ's Nix here. Right on board the Ultra. See how the battle for the lead in front of him and the battle behind him goes. So Payless fall back to 6th, Wallow up to 4th. Cam's falling all the way up to P4 there. So Mayhem will maintain the race lead. Looks like we are all good. A little bit of a bump there from Cam. And something's happened to Lalo. He's fallen back all the way back to 11th, so he must have had a spin or something. We'll go up to the battle for the race lead. RJX Nix on SSR Mayhem. There's a lot of SSR Mayhems in the chat tonight. Going to make his fans here in the Twitch stream proud tonight. Lap 7 of this race, he has problems with RJX Nix right behind him. Nix, who comes in the world of open wheel racing as he gets into the back there a little bit. So he could be a problem for Mr. Mayhem tonight. There's 3 cars off of the pace here. Odin, Ghost, and Lalo trying to get all that ground back. So Nix falling back a little bit after his mistake with Mayhem. We'll go back to the battle for 7th here. RJX Ant holding off. I do believe this is, who is this? Sniper. They have been quite a lot of battles throughout JRL. And once again, they found each other. So it looks like the field is all spread out. Looks like all the drivers pretty much calmed down. The first 2 cautions of this race, and Lalo is making a charge. He's already passed Crazy Ghost for 10th, and now he looks to pass Odin for 9th here. So the gap between Mayhem and Nix starting to stretch a little bit here. So Ant trying to hang on to 7th here against Sniper Drivers. They exit the S's and get ready to enter the bus stop. Ant gets in the grass. This is a mistake against Sniper. Have an answer for Ant here. He gives him the rear wing and he uses them. Sniper up to 7th now. Ant falls back to 8th. Might have been a mistake by Ant. Didn't really hit it. Had the correct line really going into the bus stop. So Ultra looks like he has some pressure from behind. Not really. From Halo, looked like it on the mini map there. And Ultra going a bit wide, so it's Halo. So Halo has caught RZX Ultra here for top 3. Back in 5th, I believe it is RZX Cam. He's fallen quite a lot back. So we're going to see a lot of pit stops here tonight because the fuel situation with IndyCars is it's quite a lot. And now Halo thinks about pulling a dive bomb to the inside, but he's going to back out of it. pull up the race map once again. So yeah, this is pretty much the only battle, as Halo finds a way around RZX Ultra here for third. Exiting the S as they enter the bus stop here. Again, if you're tuning in with us, this is round number 1 of the JRL IndyCar Series here at the full Watkins Glen circuit. Next week, Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, will be round number 2 at Sebring full circuit. And now Halo's making up some ground now on the top 2. And someone has disconnected from the race. Odin has disconnected. So a driver who has had the most experience in F1 in our F1 series is out here early, lap number 9 of this race. So Lalo's up to 8th after having some sort of spin. And Sniper's fallen back to 9th here. He was with Ant, and Sniper might have been a mistake by Sniper there. But yeah, but we're still watching battle for the lead here. Kind of stretched out, but still a lot of room for error. We're actually right on board with Ultra. And Ultra does not have the correct livery requirements, so you'll have to have a little meeting with the stewards after this race is over with. But anyway, he's losing ground to Halo here, and Halo's starting to put some pressure on RZX Nix here. Mayhem slightly pulling away from Nix. Nix in the grass. He almost went around there. And it looks like Ant is going to be the first driver to pit. He's not coming out. Long pit road here at Watkins Glen. So that could be a key factor when pit stops start coming to play. Halo in the grass a little bit, but that shouldn't really hurt him. Now Mayhem really pulling away. .23 laps to go here at Watkins Glen. Still a lot of racing action to go. The field pretty much spread out here. So we look at the mini map here. Ultra 4th. Cam is still in 5th. Grimmer back in 6th. Lalo's moved up to 7th. Sniper 8th. Crazy Ghost is 9th. Ant is going awfully slow there. Not sure if he's out of fuel or maybe there's some sort of pit road glitch where he didn't get serviced on pit road. That can happen in Forza, especially at Homestead. But he looks to be alright. So Halo working on Nix here for 2nd. Trying to chase down SSR Mayhem here. Slightly pulling away from everyone else. Now remember, it is 3 car cautions for the rest of this race. So pit stops are on the horizon here pretty soon as we look at Halo. Halo's fuel situation. So he should go maybe another, I want to say 3 laps before he has to finally come into the pits. Maybe 2. IndyCars are pretty unpredictable as Halo thinks about a dive onto the inside. Side by side as they exit turn 2. Nix has the high side momentum. Now they're going to fight it out through the S's. Halo up to 2nd. He's hungry for a championship, and he's making a statement here tonight at Watkins Glen. He got spun at the very start of this race, and already he's back up to 2nd, where he started. And Halo and Nix both into the grass, and is Nix into the inside? Yes, he is. Through the carousel they go, and into the boot section of this racetrack. And they're starting to catch up to Mayhem here. Halo lost a lot of pace when he ran into the grass. So the chicane, the backstretch chicane, should be a make or break part of this racetrack. As you can see, Cam is in the or excuse me, not Cam, that is Ultra just in the distance. So quickly look at Taylor's fuel situation once again. So it looks like you lose about maybe 11% as he's going side by side with Nix here. He forces him off. So Halo's back up to second place, trying to chase down Mr. Mayhem. Pull up the race map. Nothing really going on with everyone else. The only driver really off the pace is Arzik's Ant. It's because he's already made his stop. So yeah, you use about 11% a lap here at the Glen. So potentially this lap or next lap, you should see drivers start entering the pits. And they're off in the grass again. So the only part of this racetrack we're allowing drivers to cut is the bus stop, which is the corner you saw Halo and Nix go off into the grass. Everywhere else is expected Forza clean. So Grimmer's up to 5th. Cam must have had a mistake or something. I think he's off into the grass here. Yeah, he is. Lalo, oh, hard into the tire barrier. Cam makes contact with him. And Cam locks up into the grass and almost into the tire barrier, but that was not a good situation there. Cam trying to come back onto the track, and his front tires are just done. I think that's why he's having problems here, but he ought to get serviced here quick as Lalo is creeping into his mirror, and Cam make contact with him once again. Cam will have to slow down to avoid the tires. And it looks like drivers now entering the pits. It is Ultra and Nix. Grimmer stays out. Halo still working on SSR Mayhem here. We have a battle for the race lead once again. Oh, Halo had to back out of it. He was awfully close to Mayhem. You can see he locked up, and he lost all that ground now. So tires are going to be a pretty big issue when drivers start locking up. So maybe pitting early is the way to go, just before that fuel runs out. As you can see by Halo here, his tire wear going away pretty dramatically. We'll assume Cam went into the pits here. I hope he did, because it's not a smart idea to stay out. So Cam and Crazy goes into the pits. Ultra and Nix now out there, cycle out 6th and 7th. Nix should go back up to 3rd whenever they pit. So I would assume the top 2 here now fly into the pits. But we are still green here at the Glen. And they are going to stay out. They're going to gamble here. So I would assume you use 11%. That's going to be pretty close if you're Halo. But what about SSR Mayhem? What's his situation at? So slightly the same, 1% difference. Actually, I'll just leave that on right there, so I don't constantly have to scroll back and forth through it. Top 2 have yet to pit. Still 3rd is R6 Grimmer, working on lap traffic ahead of him. Someone has left the race, unless I accidentally did something. And no one disconnected. I accidentally changed to a different driver. We'll go back on the race lead here. So Grimmer 4th, or Grimmer 3rd, Sniper 4th, Lalo's 5th now. Ultra 6th, Nix having to come into the pits again. Or who is that going to the? Oh no, that's Lalo. It's a pit road glitch. Okay, so Ant 8th, Cam 9th. They're about to get lapped here soon. So top 2 coming into the pits this time by. Halo is caught all the way back up to SSR Mayhem here. Oh, Mayhem barely missing the tire barrier as they were able to stretch it out longer as they get serviced. Driver now coming into the pits. I believe that is Grimmer in that green car. Sniper. Oh no, Crazy Ghost getting his lap back here. I thought that was Sniper about to take over the race lead. We'll see if Sniper now comes into the pits. He will flying into the pits. So top 4 as of now coming into the pit road. Ultra and Nyx, we'll see where they cycle because they've already made their pit stop 2 laps prior. And the top 2 getting ready to exit. So Ultra should get 3rd here. In fact, he will get 3rd. Nyx will get 4th. Got a battle going back there between Ant and Cam. We'll go back to this battle here very quickly. See what's going on. I think Cam's biggest problem with that tire wear is because he constantly locks up. Just eating out the tires. Also using clutch, which is something you probably don't want to do with these cars. But whatever floats his boat, I guess. So Mayhem still under pressure from Halo for the race lead. So we're going to go back to 2-car wrecks since we've been getting some green flag laps in here recently. So we're going to go back to 2-car wrecks or incidents, but it looks like we really haven't had any. Quickly look at the liveries, why not? As everyone's all spread out, not many are in battles. We look at SSR Mayhems here, a very nice red and black livery done by Mr. SSR Red Eagle, the SSR team painter. Looking at Halo's, we already looked at his. And Halo has a run on Mayhem, just as we were talking about him. We'll see what happens when they exit the S's into the bus stop. Looks like Halo has a run. He has a slipstream. And Halo's really he's gonna back out of it. No, you're not gonna see many passes going through the bus stop. Right on board once again. Halo was awfully close to the rear ring of SSR Mayhem, and Mayhem makes a little bit of a mistake there. He clipped the curbing and he went straight up the racetrack, but he had the better exit than Halo. Yeah, Halo's paint job was actually done by Lalo, who is LAR something something. I don't know how to say his full name, but his painter is actually racing with us here tonight. So a nice livery done by Mr. Lalo. Pull up that race map. We'll go back to RX Ultra here. Ultra has a downloaded livery, so not much spotlight going off there. Nyx, he's done his livery by himself. Nice little Verizon wireless Rogue Energy. He's got the number and the JRL logos on the side, so yep, he passes inspection. And Halo's starting to fall off a little bit from Mayhem. Go back to Mr. Grimmer here. He hasn't had much camera time tonight, so might as well give him some. So he's got a black, green, and white style going here, striped. And not sure if he has the requirements on. Yeah, I don't think he has the correct requirements on. I don't see that JRL logo anywhere. We'll continue on with the livery inspection further on tonight, but we'll go back up to the race lead here between Halo and Mayhem. looks like they got some lap traffic they gotta go deal with. I believe that's Crazy Ghost. I think Mayhem's trying to stay away from that dirty air that Crazy Ghost is creating. Crazy Ghost will just get past, or he'll let these two guys go. So Halo's falling back a little bit here. So while we wait on that battle to kick up, we'll go back to some of the other drivers. We'll spotlight their liveries. We already talked about Lalo here. He's made Halos and he's made his own car running the Subaru yellow and black livery. He's got the correct requirements on, so he passed inspection. Looking at Sniper Rider here. Looks pretty good. A little Verizon livery going on here. Cam has a NOS, a teal and orange NOS thing going on. Not many decals. And Cam does not have, I don't see any JRL logo on there, so he'll have to pay a visit with stewards afterwards. Mr. Arzik's Ant here has all the requirements on. It's not much detailed, but at least it's there. That's all we really care about. Crazy Ghost 14, he's a lap down. And looks pretty good. I'm not sure exactly what his style livery is, but oh my, what has happened to Halo? He's fallen really far back. So that is the gap between first and second. Still should see at least one more pit stop coming into play later on in this race. So Ultra's third, RJX Nix is fourth, and Grimmer rounds out your top five. Lalo has to work on lap traffic here. And Lalo decides to exceed track limits there, which is something you're not supposed to do. And I think he'll have to pay a visit with the stewards afterwards. Trying to get around Crazy Ghost. Crazy Ghost will finally get out of the way. And Ant now goes into pits. Remember, Ant was one of the first drivers to go into the pits. So obviously he's on a different strategy than everyone else. So we're back to two-car cautions here. So anything could happen, but as of now, I don't see that happening because the entire field is all spread out now. So watch RZX Ultra here. Running a Jimmy Johnson downloaded livery. Also, another thing we also wanted to mention, over on our Instagram and Twitter pages, we will have a drawing for who is going to be our driver of the day for this series. So if you would like to vote on who you think is the driver of the day for Watkins Glen here, feel free to head on over to our Instagram and Twitter tomorrow, and we will have a little post or story, however you want to call it. So that way you can vote. We'll have all the drivers listed so you know exactly who to vote for. Right now we're watching Cam working on Sniper Hyper here for P7. And Sniper's getting out of the way. Don't know why he would do that. Unless he has a problem. No, he doesn't have a problem. So RZX Cam heads back up to 7th here. Take a look at this race map here. still one more stop to go here. One more scheduled stop before the end of this race. Question is, when exactly is that going to happen? Did everyone pit here, or am I tripping? Because Crazy Ghost, or I think he might go 2 laps down. Maybe that's why I was a little confused there. So Crazy Ghost soon to go 2 laps down, not 10 laps. That would have been very crazy if he actually managed to do that. So Mayhem will cross the line, and he will be the first to take our Rogue Energy 10 to go here at the Glen. How immortal like me can join? Well, I can go ahead and send you our Discord server invite link. That way you can get signed up and join in all the action we have. There you have it. There's the Discord server. If anyone in the stream would like to join us in on some IndyCar action and maybe some F1 action. If you're into F1, we also have an F1 22 series in preparation for the 3rd season. So drivers now starting to come into the pits. So looks like Mayhem maybe trying to save a little bit here. Don't know if that's possible. I think he's gonna have to pit here another 3 or 4 laps for the end of this one. Halo's continuing to lose ground on Mayhem here. And now Halo's going to be the first of the front runners to now go into the pits. Grimmer's in 3rd. He has yet to make a stop. His 2nd stop. Lalo in 4th right now, dealing with lap traffic with Crazy Ghost, I believe. Or maybe not. Or I think he had a problem because he's lost his rear wing, so he must have been in some sort of crash. But Cam's up to 4th now. Maybe some contact between him and Cam. Maybe it was just driver error. Cam now going to pits. Lalo stays out. Ultra as well stays out. Great comeback by Lalo so far. And this right here, and the Ultra does the same thing. So we're going to be having a discussion with these two after this race. Make sure to stay tuned for top 3 interviews. We'll get our top 3 drivers from the race in the party. Is Grimmer trying to save here? Because he's not up to speed. Didn't sound like he was. So Halo can now make it the whole way. Trying to chase down Mayhem, who built, I want to say, 3 or 4 seconds worth of time on him. Halo will for sure cycle out in 2nd. Mayhem into the pits. Getting ready to exit. There's Halo rounding the final corner here. And now Mayhem's back on the gas. See if Halo gained anything here. It was at 4 seconds last time I saw it. I don't think he has. I think he's losing time on Mayhem. Halo's got Lalo right behind him. Lalo will soon make a stop. He will have to. So the last time a caution can be called is on lap 31, and there really hasn't been any sort of incidents, really. Not that I know of, unless we missed something. Oh, what's going on back here? And two drivers are off. Something's happened to Nix and Sniper here in the S's. Is this going to be a caution? But we're going to find out unless they keep it going. We'll watch Mayhem and see if he lets off at the line. Remember, if a caution is called, all drivers must race it back to the line. And the caution will be called then. We'll see if he does. And yeah, that's a caution. So caution is out here late in this race. Mayhem at risk of losing the lead. And this has really saved Halo's race here. On the verge of a crazy restart here, but pits are going to open this time by. And this has really helped out pretty much the entire field because everyone is now back into this race. So Lalo is second. He passed Halo, but looking at Lalo, he did not make a stop that entire green flag run. Well, he hasn't made a second stop. Halo here already has. So Mayhem and Halo would for sure stay out, as the rest of the field now trying to catch back up. And Crazy Ghost will get behind the drivers for P9 and P10 here under caution. Odin's the only one that's disconnected tonight. And Lalo, without a shadow of a doubt, will go into the pits. Ultra fakes it going into the pits. So does Nix. Grimmer also staying out. Sniper will go into the pits as well. He, I don't think, made a pit stop as well on that run. While we're under caution, we'll take a look at our race stats for tonight. Oh, you can't run a 2.66 in a IndyCar. Don't think that's possible with stock tuning. Wallow has the fastest lap of tonight, but he did exceed track limits quite a lot. So I don't know if that lap time is going to be legit, but Forza says that it is a legit lap time. So Ant, I think, is a lap down. No, no, Ant's not a lap down. Crazy Ghost is the only one getting his lap back here. Alright, so we are green this time. Alex Fry says, let's go Mayhem. He's currently in the lead, but his main challenger of tonight is right there behind him, RZX Halo. He's been up there with him, but he's fallen back a little bit on these long green flag runs, but it's now down to who has the fastest car, who can defend the most. Right now, Mayhem's got the entire field behind him except for one, that's Crazy Ghost, that chose to get his lap back here. No cautions when the leader hits lap 31 of this race. And now shifts down. It looks like he is ready to go. Lap 29 of this race. We are going back to green at the line. Single file restart. 3, 2, 1. We are underway once again at Watkins Glen. Halo really wasn't up there with Mayhem. Not sure why he fell all the way back to it. Unless Mayhem really wasn't going the pace limit. But Mayhem has a huge lead on the other drivers. And now Halo has pressure behind from Ultra and Nix. We'll see what happens as they go through the bus stop. Too wide exiting the bus stop. Looks like we're pretty much all clean there. Grimmer trying to work on Lalo's. Ultra trying to get to the inside, but Halo's going to block it, and he is right here with Mayhem. He's trying to squeeze his way to the inside. But Mayhem's going to have the better exit. He closes the door on him. And Ultra to the inside of RZX Halo. So Ultra's now up to second. Halo's going to try to fight this one back. Ultra now in the hot seat, but he got a little bit wide going through the corner. Halo not able to get side by side with him, but they are pretty much single file here. It's all about who's going to make a mistake in front. And as we enter lap 30 of this race, it's game time. Even though it is a road course and not many laps to go, still a lot can happen. Someone could make a mistake as Halo to the inside of Nixon Ultra, not able to work it out. Halo now falls out back to 4th. Ultra Nix moving up a place, and Mayhem's really liking this because he is pulling away. You can see the gap between 1st and 2nd here. It is stretching. Halo now to the inside of Ultra. Someone locked up in the back. I think that was Cam. Now Halo gets up into 2nd, and someone is off the pace. Someone, Ultra, has crashed. And will this be a caution? Remember, we haven't taken 31, so a caution could be called here. Halo's still at pressure of losing out on 2nd. Cam is up to 4th. Lalo back in 5th there. We'll see if that is going to be a caution. Unless it was a single car accident. Cam and Lalo going side by side behind Nix here. We'll see if Halo and everyone else let off. And that is a caution. So now the field is going to get stacked up once again. And we'll have another attempt for the final restart. And this will be the final attempt. Be sure to stay tuned for top 3 interviews once we exit this race. Crazy Ghost with this caution. Now he's going to catch back up to the field. Mayhem being silly. He's trying to he's putting all the cones out on the track. So we're back to green, and there are no more cautions after this. It is green to the end of this race. Just 2 to go when we hit the line. Mayhem feeling all sorts of pressure, and when he sees 10 cars right behind him, his main competitors, Nix and Halo, up there in that top 5. Lalo's up to 4th. Cam back in 5th. They round out your top 5. We'll actually go back to Halo here on the start and see how he can pass Mayhem, potentially go into his first corner. Here we go, final restart of the night. And we are underway. Nix gets a good jump on Halo, thinks about passing him for 2nd here, not able to get it done. Mayhem maintains 1st, exiting turn 1. They go through the S's. This is also a make or break corner. Cam scrapes the outside wall there. He falls back. He falls way back to 9th there. Looks like we are all good. No incidents in the bus stop. Remember, it's green to the end here. Lalo working on RZX Nix here for P3, trying to fight for that final podium. 1.5 laps to go here at Watkins Glen. Still not over. It's anyone's race within this top 6, really. Or top 7. I couldn't be wrong. So Mayhem has a slight gap on Halo here, but Halo, he knows his way around the Glen. He's practiced a lot. He got a bit wide there. That's not really going to help him out. Who's the tune from? We're actually running stock tunes, so there's no tunes involved in this series. Here we go. White flag waving in the air for SSR Mayhem, trying to hang on to the first ever JRL IndyCar Series race win. He's trying to be the first to do it and make history here in the league. Halo also trying to be the one to do that. Right on board with him. See how he's gonna. He doesn't have a run here, but he's using the draft to his advantage. Halo has a really good run on Mayhem. He made a mistake in the bus stop. Through the carousel now, entering the boot section. The final sector coming up. Halo didn't really have that good of an exit. Lala up to 3rd back there. Nix 4th, Ultra 5th. They round out your top 5. Does Halo have anything left for SSR Mayhem? Final 3 corners coming up here. He's trying everything he can. Not sure if he's going to get it done. Final corner coming up. Does he throw it to the inside? He almost did there, but he would have made really hard contact, but they both hit the outside wall, and it's going to be SSR Mayhem taking home the first ever IndyCar Series race win. Halo will settle for 2nd. What a race he had. And 3rd tonight's going to be Lalo. Another podium for him. RZX Nix and Ultra will round out the top 5. Grimmer 6th. 7th, I believe, will be Sniper Hyper. RZX Cam will be 8th. Do I have a list of next rounds? I'll actually get back to you on that. I need to quickly send a message to our Discord server. So, Demon, to answer your question about the next upcoming rounds, we have 5 more races to go here at the conclusion of this one. There's a look at your race results tonight. We look at our schedule. So, Sebring Full Circuit is actually coming up next, right after here at the Glen. Round 3 is going to be at the Homestead Miami Speedway Circuit, which is the oval. So that's going to be a very interesting one. Indy GP is the 4th round. Indianapolis Brickyard Speedway, basically the oval configuration, will be the 5th round. And Laguna Seca will be the championship finale race. But here you go, as you look at your final results tonight here at the Watkins Glen Full Circuit. Oh, my bad. Oh no, Ant was 7th there. I guess I just never saw him. Sniper, something happened to Sniper. He fell way back. He's back in 10th. Are we doing 1 race per week? Yes, we are. But unless something comes up, we will have to postpone a race. So let's go ahead and get our top 3 in here, and we'll get the interviews underway. Interview. Why are you guys laughing?
Don't worry about it.
Alright, we'll discuss it afterwards. But anyway, we have our top 3 drivers in here, and we'll start out with our third place driver, that being Mr. Online Suarez here, aka Lalo. And Lalo, it was a struggle for you early long, especially in practice, where you really could not figure out how the car works, especially in that final corner. But just take us through how your race was.
Honestly, I really got no other words. I mean, the crew really put this car together. I mean, in the first beginning of the practice, I was literally suffering how to drive the car. But now we made a few tweaks there and here. Our pit stop was amazing. I can't believe I lasted that long on our second pit stop. Made it all the way to second. Thank God that the caution came out. I'm just gonna say between me and the number 16 car about the rivalry of Subaru and Mitsubishi, I gotta admit, yeah, he won fair and square. But here's one thing: he might win the damn battle, but not the damn war. So I'm coming back next week. But otherwise, it's just amazing. I don't know how we did it. Start from pole, a crash happened on the first 5 to 10 laps. That was my mistake. But after that, that grinding from last place all the way to second, back to third, back to the fourth, and back to third again, I could have never imagined myself finishing to a top five. Yeah, I'm just proud of this team, proud of LAR Motorsports. I'm just proud of myself too, pushing myself to the limits, even pushing this car too. I got pole. Miraculously, I got the pole and I got the fastest lap on this race too. I'm just really happy with my team, but I'm coming for that 16 next week. That's for sure.
And after this third place for you tonight, how does that carry over to Sebring? How does your strategy change up at more of a powerhouse track than here at Watkins Glen?
Not die. That's one thing. You just don't have to just not die. Because that's what happened to me. I made a huge mistake on the last turn and lap number 6. That put me all the way to the end. No caution came out. I understand it was a one car caution. But for me, finding myself, finding the groove, finding the grip on that same lap literally hit me dramatically. I can't believe I from being my average lap time to 131 to 128 found my grip perfectly. I just took the same line over and over and over again. Went from last place to second place in just 10 laps. That's all.
All right, well, congratulations on yet another podium here,
Woo!
and to potentially start out a quick championship run here with just 5 races to go. But we'll move things on over to second place, RZX Halo. And Halo, how much of a challenge was it getting around or trying to get around SSR Mayhem tonight? Because he led so many laps just ahead of all of the field. But yeah, just tell us how it was racing with him tonight.
Once he got up there, it was really hard to get past. I mean, he ran really good. I felt like I could have if I had maybe just a couple more laps. I was always on him, but he was always running such a good race and really setting his marks each time. Wasn't really making too many mistakes, not many places for me to pass him either. But he was running really well, and it was just hard to find that opening that I was looking for all race and saw it there at the last lap, the last corner, but just couldn't take it.
And this question I'm about to ask you will carry on over throughout all the races because Mayhem has made it clear that he's not competing really full time. But if he is online and wants to race, he will be there. But if you're going to be here with every race with us, how difficult or how challenging is it going to be holding off all these other fast drivers like Lalo, Nix, and Ultra that you had to race against tonight?
It's gonna be pretty difficult. There are definitely more of them than there are of me, and it's just not going to be easy to hold all of them back because they're all really fast racers and definitely have the potential to get past me, and they have. I just need to make sure that I don't miss my marks and that I pay close attention to what's ahead of me and behind me because you never know what's coming.
And we talk about the last two, or not maybe not the last two restarts, but that one caution that came out that basically just kind of saved your race there. You thought you might have actually had a shot to potentially win this race because if that race was going green, I'm pretty sure you knew it was pretty much over when you see the gap between you and the leader. But yeah, just tell us how uh, challenging was it for you on those final two restarts?
It was really hard trying to keep up with Mayhem once he got going. I tried my best. I made a couple little mistakes here and there that I need to kind of patch up once I start racing next week. And I feel like if I definitely have pace with Mayhem, I kind of just need to make sure that I stop making the mistakes that I make and that I really do think I can pass him eventually. It's just a matter of when is really the deciding
All
point.
right. Well, nonetheless, congratulations on second tonight. I know you've been eager to potentially win some races here in the IndyCar series and even the championship. But yeah, congratulations on second. Looking forward to seeing you at Sebring next week. And with that, we'll move on over to our race winner tonight, SSR Mayhem. And talking to our NASCAR, our Season 3 NASCAR Series champion that was crowned just a few weeks ago. Uh, what style of racing and how much pace difference was it for all these drivers you raced against tonight?
Cheating.
Well, first off, I had a lot of fun. Congrats to Halo and Larry there for top three podium. But yeah, no, the pace was a lot different tonight for the majority of the field. Came into the practice, the warm-up session felt really good. Found about 5/10ths in practice, but it really didn't carry over in qualifying. Really butchered qualifying. Was really upset about that. And then just got a good jump early in the race. Those guys bunched up in turn one, gave me an opportunity to take over second, battle for the race lead in the following restart, and yeah, it's just the pack overall definitely was a little distant on the pace, but it was pretty tight further up the field you got.
And when the caution was called there after that very long green flag run, what was in your head? Because you knew that Halo, Nix, Ultra, and some of these other drivers who were up there fighting for the top five, knowing that they could have had a shot to win this race tonight. Because they, well, without a shadow of a doubt, they were some very fast drivers. But yeah, just tell us how it was defending and basically predicting every single move that they were trying to throw at you tonight.
Um, well, first off, going to the original start to your question, that first caution, I just pretty much said to myself, I'm glad I pitted. I pitted like 3, 4 laps before that came out. At that point in the race, I was pretty much set in stone. I was extending my lead on Halo. We were about probably 9.1 seconds from each other in climbing. So when the caution came out, I was a little bit frustrated because I don't know what the caution was called for. When I race, my game volume's up more than my voice. So when the caution gets called, I just hear caution. So I was a little frustrated in that defending and being able to pick and choose where they're going to try to make their moves. It was pretty simple where Halo was going to go throughout the entire race. And that's nothing to joke about. I mean, he showed me his hand early where he was strong at. So I knew where I could kind of play around just a little bit. I was more concerned with Nix and Larry, but I was really impressed with how they drove around me, and I felt a lot more confident as in being comfortable on the track. No one really tried to rough my feathers throughout the race. So, um, you know, there was points in the race where I broke early on Halo going to the bus stop intentionally just to throw him off course. It worked about 2 or 3 times, where the gap re-extended because you can throw that car in there pretty deep, but if you're the guy in the back, you can really throw them off. strategically by braking a little early. And I think the first time I did it, he almost went into the tire wall. So, just knowing where they want to make their move, where they're fastest at, it's kind of where you want to make a miss. That was the last couple of restarts. I was a little frustrated. Obviously, I drove through the cones. That was me showing displeasure for the caution that was called, because I know that it was debated on the being called. And I just didn't want to lose. You dominate the entire race, and the last thing you want to do is lose like that late from a couple of cautions, and you just don't know what's going to happen on those restarts. So pretty fortunate that it didn't go south, but yeah, those guys were really good when they could stick with me. I think the biggest factor, too, was once you got out of the draft, you were kind of screwed. I mean, if you were on those long straights and you were within someone's draft, the way that these cars are set up and how fast they are, the draft really does play a factor. So it worked for me early in the race, so I took the lead, and I knew those guys, Halo, Nix, and all of them back there, that if they were in the draft, they had a shot. So it just seemed like if you got out of that, you were in trouble.
All right, well, anyway, I'm going to let you go. Congratulations on the first ever.
Miss Katie Cat, by the way. Big shout out.
Yep, I'm sure Katie is in the chat watching with us tonight. But anyway, congratulations on the first ever IndyCar race win
Feels good
tonight. And that's going to wrap it up here tonight at Virtual Watkins Glen. We will see you all next week. Same time, same day at the Sebring Full Circuit. And with that, my name has been RZXJJ Reds. You've been watching JRL on Twitch. And with that, we are going to be signing out.